Okay, gucken wir uns mal an. 10 Dinge, die die meisten Menschen nicht können.
Top 15 things most humans can't do. The human body. It's just so interesting and equally disgusting with all the organs in it. However, despite the gross
Okay, da bin ich schon mal raus, das kann ich auf gar keinen Fall, Digga.
squishy stuff inside of us, it can do some interesting things. It can curve, concave, stretch, and bend. Although most people can easily
Kann ich alles nicht, Digga?
touch their toes, do a flip, or do the splits, there are some things most people can't even...
Bruder. Ja, moin. Und was machst du gerade so? Digga, ich bin fett am Abchillen, Mann. Ja,
imagine doing. Few people around the world can do these weird, unthinkable things, and that's why today on Top 5 Best, we're going over the top 15 things most people can't do. Let's begin, shall we? In order to get a point across to another person, most people use facial expressions. Some people use their fists. These facial expressions range from smiling to simply raising one's eyebrows. Although this may sound simple, most people can't raise one eyebrow by itself. Now you may be thinking to yourself,
eine Augenbraue nach oben. Sorry, der Hund liegt hier. Kann ich das? Nee. Ja, Bruder, ich kann das nicht. Geht nicht, nein. Nee, geht nicht, Digga. Okay, Bruder, was ist los?
yes, I can, but as some of you may be trying now, you can't. People call the raising of the one eyebrow the eyebrow cock. The raising of one eyebrow is the universal symbol of skepticism. It's like some saying, oh really? Although you're watching this video right now, you're still trying to raise your one eyebrow, aren't you? There is a way to learn how to raise one brow. You simply start by keeping one eyebrow down with one hand and holding one up
Mit Tesafilm klebt er sich das Auge zu.
with the other. Keep practicing this in the mirror so you can detect the correct muzzle movement to obtain one eyebrow up. Number 14. Gleaking. Although this next ability may sound disgusting, there's only a few people who can actually gleak. Gleaking is also known as gleating, or glicking is like spitting, but it is not quite exactly like spitting. This term gleaking means projecting saliva
Also das kann ich aber aus anderen Öffnungen, Digga.
from the submandibular gland upon compression of the tongue. Basically, the saliva simply shoots out from underneath the tongue with the help of the salivary glands. Just think of it as being
Kann das jemand von euch?
able to control
Und wer will das können?
how much your mouth produces and releases saliva. Number 13. Lick your elbow. Many people can easily bend their arm or elbow. Most people can also stick their tongue out, but most people can't do them together.
Ellbogen lecken? Okay, Digga, das tryen wir jetzt, Bruder. Ich bin zuversichtlich. Niemals. Warte, darf man nach hinten pressen selber? Ja, ne? Ja. Ja, Bruder, vielleicht den anderen? Ja, Bruder. Ja, Bruder. Warte mal. Gucken wir erstmal, wie sie die macht.
That's why the next up on our list of weird, funky things most people can't...
Okay, Bruder, ich schaff das doch. Wenn ich nur dieses Stückchen, wenn ich nur diesen Bereich hier lecken muss, dann schaffe ich das, Digga. Ja, Bruder, ist auch ein bisschen ungünstig. Oh, Digga. Habt ihr es gehört, Alter? Bei mir direkt alles durchgebrochen, Mann. Mit ein bisschen Übung vielleicht. Nee, geht nicht, Digga. Scheiß drauf, Mann. Keine, geh mal runter. Habt ihr das Geräusch gehört, was er gemacht hat, Digga? Er hatte so keinen Bock vom Tisch runter. So, weiter geht's. Bruder, ich hätte es mir nicht so schwer vorgestellt, mir selber am Ellbogen zu lecken. Bruder, ich habe sogar meine Kuppe schon mit der Zunge berührt selber. Und dann am Ellbogen, was, Digga, hä?
Although this may sound easy, that is not the case. It's just about impossible for most people to lick their elbows. Try it now. Make sure you're alone though, or you may look like a complete idiot. That's because this is a rare ability that only a few people spread throughout the world can
Ja, die Frage ist halt, was bringt dir das, ne?
actually do. Number 12. Twitch your nose. For this next weird ability, we head back up into the face area, smack dab in the middle, right to the nose. Nose twitching became noticeable was when Bewitched star Samantha Stevens began to twitch her nose during filming. Her nose twitch became a sort of trademark for Bewitched. Nose twitching can also be involuntary and can be symptoms of a serious medical condition. Some people have trouble flaring their nostrils for the same reason. However, as with several items on this list, it's something that can be learned. Maybe people will compare you to a cute little
Die Nase bewegen? Ach, Bruder, scheiß drauf, kann ich nicht. Alter. Du bist ein menschliches Wrack. Danke dir, Digga. Royal Oak 69, Bruder.
Number 10. Sneeze with your eyes open. When you sneeze, you immediately clench your eyes shut and cover your nose and mouth. Well, what if that's not the case for everybody? Some people when sneezing can keep their eyes wide open. Now most of you are thinking, if you did force open your eyes, would your eyeballs pop out when you sneeze? Well, the answer is no. Your eyes are actually quite secure and your eye sockets aren't connected to your nose at all.
Das sieht ja sowas von geisteskrank scheiße aus.
So, although a sneeze can erupt from your nose at an explosive 200 miles per hour, it can't transfer this pressure into your eye sockets to dethrone your eyeballs. Number 9. Putting your fist in your mouth. When people think of things going in their mouth, they think food, but definitely not your fist. The majority
Also wenn er jetzt nochmal von dieser Alina-Clip eingeblendet wird, dann weiß ich auch nicht, Digga.
of the population can only get half or barely a quarter of their fist into their mouths. Seriously, they've done studies on this stuff. Fitting your entire fist in your mouth usually requires both a large mouth and small hands.
Ich würde Kotzreiz bekommen. Und ich habe auch eine große Hand, also definitiv. Ich kann meine Faust woanders reintun, so ist es nicht. Aber nicht in meinen Mund.
Although the steps for putting your fist in your mouth are easy enough.
Also wer das jetzt auch gerade bei sich selber zu Hause versucht hat, sollte mal zum Onkel Doktor gehen.
Writing a number 6 while moving your foot clockwise. Okay, even I have to admit this one is definitely a weird entry.
Was?
The first thing most people were taught when learning multitasking is pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time. The multitasking that people are doing today is writing a 6 and moving your leg
Den Fuß gleichzeitig, also den Fuß drehen und mit der Hand eine andere Bewegung machen.
clockwise at the same time. It sounds simple, but will completely trick your mind while trying to do this. It might take
Ist doch voll einfach, Bruder. Also den Fuß bewegen, so, und dabei ist doch, Digga. Oh, Bruder, hä? Huch, warte mal, im Kreis, okay. Im Kreis. Und dabei, ey. Digga, ich bin wirklich ein menschliches Wrack. Ich bin wirklich ein menschliches Wrack, Digga. Ich kann ja gar nichts davon, Mann. Hä? Nochmal neu. Den Fuß bewegen, so, und dabei, ja, Bruder, also, nee. Unangenehm, Digga, ich krieg Big Mac, was kannst du davon? Lass mich raten, du hast gerade selber versucht, dir die Faust ins Maul zu stecken, oder? Alles, ja, okay, Big Mac, ich wusste nicht, dass du multitaskingfähig bist. Lass mich raten, die ganzen Dinge hast du auf einem guten LSD-Trip gelernt, oder? Da kam die Erleuchtung, wie es funktioniert, Bruder.
Number 7. Touch your nose with your tongue. Most people can't touch the tip of their nose with their tongue. In medicine, the ability to touch the tip of your nose with your tongue is known as a Gorlin sign.
Niemals, Bruder.
Approximately 10% of the population can actually perform this act. The ability to do this is actually a genetic trait, although there has been a few cases of people actually learning to touch their nose with their tongue. The only reason this small 10% of people can actually do this is due to the extreme lengths of their tongues. Their long tongues give them the ability to reach their nose. Number 6. Touching your chin with your tongue. Ah, another tongue thing. When someone licks their tongue out, they usually do it to tease someone, or maybe it's a game, but some special people can actually touch their chin with their tongue. Just like the previous weird body ability, this ability to touch your chin with your tongue also requires a lengthy tongue. This act became infamous from Gene Simmons from Kiss. At his concerts, the celebrity would stick out his tongue and go completely wild with it, making it a huge trend back in the day. Number 5. Tongue tricks.
Bruder, jetzt wird's echt eng.
My god, there's a lot of tongue stuff in this. While we're still on the subject of tongues, there are a few tricks that most people can't do. Can you split or roll your tongue, perform a reverse T, flip your tongue 180 degrees, or make shapes like a spaceship or a clover leaf?
Das kann ich.
65 and 81% of people on Earth have this strange and seemingly arbitrary talent. Tongue tricks are debated on being genetic, but arguably others don't think so. Although a really point...
Also nicht alle, aber hier. Also erstmal, erstmal drehen. Nach hinten und was war noch? Weiß ich, habe ich jetzt vergessen. Na, Bruder, hä? Was? Also, drehen, 3, mal, einrollen. Ging doch. Bisschen war da vorhanden auf jeden Fall.
Pointless skill to have, it does make for some great party tricks. Number 4.
Einer schreibt einfach ekelhaft. Schnauze, du Wichser.
4. Double jointed. Double jointedness, also known as hypermobility, is when the joints stretch out further than normal. Some hypermobile people can bend their thumb backwards to their wrist, bend their knee joints backwards, put their legs behind their head, and perform other contortionist tricks. Around 10 to 25% of the population is double jointed. Although many may be double jointed, some people who are double jointed can't do all the bending and twisting of certain body parts that others may be able to do. It can be even something so little as being able to move some fingers farther than regular people. Number 3. Eating
Ist ja unheimlich.
a spoonful of cinnamon. Originally known as the Cinnamon Challenge, this next trick sounds simple but can get pretty spicy. It's simply eating a spoonful of cinnamon. Ground cinnamon may be a tasty baking addition, but it's impossible to eat on its own for most people. We don't suggest trying this at home. When eating cinnamon, the cinnamon can coat and dry the mouth and throat, resulting in coughing, gagging, vomiting, and inhaling cinnamon itself can lead to
Das werden wir jetzt nicht ausprobieren.
throat irritation, breathing difficulties, and risk of pneumonia or a collapsed lung. Although this is dangerous, many people are successful in eating a full spoon of cinnamon. It's weird to see such a strange and dangerous
Super dumm? Wie meinst du, aus gesundheitstechnischen Gründen, Biggie, oder was?
thing lead to what used to be such a massive and
Ist das gesundheitlich, kann das gefährlich sein, oder was? Ja, mega gefährlich. Ah, okay, das wusste ich nicht.
popular trend on the internet. Number 2. Tickling yourself. We all have ticklish spots that friends and loved ones love to zero in on. Being tickled makes us laugh, squirm, and sometimes even more. And if you're anything like normal people, it makes you reflexively punch and kick anyone within reach. On paper, it might sound easy to do, but in practice, it's near impossible to genuinely tickle yourself to the point of laughter. Number 1.
Also ich kann kitzeln, das kann ich. Wenn mich jemand kitzelt, ich muss nicht lachen.
Putting your foot behind your head.
Das kann ich.
Finally and lastly on our list of weird things
Das
the
kann
human
ich.
body can do is the ability to place your feet behind your head. In order to put your foot
Das kann
behind
ich.
your head, it requires extreme flexibility. Simply place
Also früher konnte ich's. Warte mal. Das habe ich nämlich früher immer mit meiner Oma geübt. Warte. So, erstmal, kann das jemand von euch noch? Schneidersitz. Keine beiseite jetzt, Juan. So und so. Und dann kann man sogar sich bewegen. Das habe ich früher immer mit meiner Oma geübt. Und Kopf hinterm Fuß, 100%. Warte. Also früher zumindest, als ich noch jung war. Das war hinterm Fuß. Das war, ihr habt's gesehen, das war. Ich hab's schon lange nicht mehr gemacht. Aber ich konnte es. Oh, Bruder. Aber es war.
placing both legs behind one's head may come and sound easy to some gymnasts.
Also mit Sicherheit könnte ich ihn auch länger hinterm Kopf, wenn ich trainieren würde. Aber ich hab's jetzt ja halt nur spontan gemacht.
Or to Sheen Estevez from Jimmy Neutron, but to an average Joe, this task would be completely impossible. Even if you were to practice and stretch every single day, this does not guarantee that you
Kannst deinen großen Zeh lecken? Na sofort, Digga. Ich komm da locker. Hier. Ich kann auch. Hallo? Ah, Big Mac, was geht, Bruder? Alles klar? Ja, Bruder, ich bin hier gerade am Stream. Alles gut, wie geht's dir? Ja, Bruder, ich bin jetzt gerade. Hallo? Hallo? Ich kann jetzt nicht. Ich muss jetzt auflegen. Tschüss. Bruder, das ist ja wohl ganz einfach, Mann.
will be able to do this, because it really all depends on the body type. Well, that is our video for today. Can you do any of these weird and wonky things?
Ich hätte gedacht, ich kann mehr, Digga. Sag ich euch ehrlich. Aber zum Schluss habe ich mich noch mal ein bisschen wenigstens gerettet und habe mich nicht so ganz wie ein Schmutzmensch gefühlt, Digga.